When I'm not rooster cruising and making idiotic ramblings, I am kicking my nephew's butt in a game of pool. Come on. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I almost forgot to video this process here. I'll turn off the speaker before we get a copyright issue. No copyright issues here. Come on, baby. Alright, so this is an antique 2004 Rhino. It's been sitting here. Oh, let's see. I think I parked it in 2011 because I bought a 2011 900, an RZR 900 XP. So I parked this and started riding the XP, and then I sold the XP because I had it street legal, and some guy in town at a red light wanted it worse than I needed it or wanted it, so I sold it to him because I was one of the few that was street legal back in 2011, and now there's a bunch of them popping up everywhere street legal. So anyway, so it's been sitting here ever since, because when I sold that RZR in 2012, I sold the camper, sold everything, and quit riding. And so this thing's been sitting here. And the axle boots, I knew they were going to rip because they're all dry rotted from sitting. So I rode on the road a couple times to and from the girlfriend's house and ripped the axle boots, which we knew it would. So I got to tear it all apart and put new axle boots in it and re-grease everything. So we're going to blow it all apart, repaint it. I already took the back bumper off. I'm going to sand that down, get it all repainted. Get these A-arms repainted, and new boots, change the diff fluid, change the oil. Just give it a complete go through. We'll start back here, get the rear end done, get all the brakes redone. It's got a disc brake on the drive shaft. That's old school technology. Still having disc out here. These hubs are drilled for disc, so I might look at doing a disc brake upgrade while we are at it. Because this is the late model hubs that already has the holes pre-drilled for four-wheel disc, and just maintain that for a parking brake. So yeah, that's where we are. So we'll keep you guys updated. See ya. Alright, so I got all the A-arms off of it, both the axles out. Wasn't too bad at all. So I just got to take all the axles apart, put the new boots on there, get everything painted up, be good to go. Get that diff fluid changed. We're ready to ride again. Antique Rhino coming back to life. So I got the axle boots off. Got the axle CV joints off. What I do now is put some new boots on it. Got a piece right here. I don't know what it goes to. I've never seen it before. But it came off with the boot, and she's pretty chewed up. I don't know if it's a spacer or what that is, but I do have a brand new set of those axles. So I may put the new ones in and send these back to Gorilla, have new boots put on. Look here, I got all clips of all sizes. I've got every part of a Rhino known to man. So what people fail to understand is that I got a bee's nest up in there. That this thing came out in 2004, and we were one of the only ones that had them at the time. My nephew and myself, we used to burn the woods up in that thing. That thing has been all over Brimstone and Windrock. You guys look it up. I think it's www.brimstone.com, brimstonerecreation.com, and then windrockatv.com. I think it's been a long time since I've done any of this. So anyway, so getting all these painted, I had some camouflage paint down there in the basement. So I thought I'd go on camouflage color. I think I'm going to do all black because all the roll cages and everything are black. But I do have a brand new set of those axles. So So yeah, cost of this refit, $0. Have all the boots, have spare axles, spare clips, paint. I've had all this down there for years. Yeah, brand new set of whole axles for this rear, so I'll probably put them in there and then send those back just to have them refurbished and new boots. Really all I need is boots, but I'm concerned about that clip. I may call Gorilla Axle tomorrow, find out what about that clip is. And so yeah, cost of refit, well, oil and diff fluid. Actually I have the diff fluid in there, but the oil, I bought new oil, takes 2 quarts. An oil filter would be the whole cost of this refit. So we'll get her back to life, man. Get her back in the woods where she belongs there. Come on. Okay, so update. I got it all back together. Didn't video much of the process. Not used to videoing and working on stuff. What I decided to do was I used backstock axles that I had in the shed and put in there, and I sent these are the ones I took out of it, shipped them to Gorilla, had them refurbish it and ship it back. So I even got a pretty little sticker on there now, Gorilla axles, and they put all new boots on it, refurbished everything, put new cages in, and so they refurbished both axles, all new cages, grease, new C-clips, boots, painted everything, and for both axles for $300. So I got a complete refresh set of axles for $300, and I had them send me all new boots for the front. So now I got enough boots to last me for a while, and I've still got all my rear boots that I had from years past. And what cracks me up about this bike is that in 2004, this was the biggest, baddest thing in the woods. Yamaha is what started the entire side-by-side market. And I've been riding in the woods my whole life, right? All my life. I've always had Jeeps, and then we got into 3-wheelers, and then I got into rail buggies, and then I got into 4-wheelers, and then I got out for a few years, went to water, and then in 2002 got back into 4-wheelers, and we was going to Brimstone Wind Rock every weekend for 2 or 3 years. And then this thing came out in 2004. My nephew bought the first one, I bought the second one, and there for about 6 months to a year we had the only ones in the woods. Every time we'd go to the woods and ride, people would stop and look and question and ask us all about them. And Yamaha had the market from 2004 to about late 2007 to about 2008. Polaris came out with a 800, and this thing still kicked the Polaris 800s, but this has got a custom 6-inch lift on it, which is currently unloaded because I took the spinner wrench and unloaded the shocks, but it sets up about another 5 inches higher than what it's doing right now. This thing kicked a Polaris's 800s, but mainly because of ground clearance. I can go anywhere. Of course, I got the motor built, had a Edelbrock carburetor, bored out to 686. The thing is just a monster. Clutch kit. I mean, I've done everything there is to do to this bike. But the point is, I was riding these back before Polaris was even in the market. And I got a friend of mine, oh, you're going to get back, you're going to go ride and you got the itch. No, I don't have the itch, dude. I've been there and done that, right? This is old, done, over with. Bought the RZR. Now, see, in 2007, Yamaha kind of got out of the game because they had all these lawsuits going, which explains the doors, and some other upgrades they had to do, sway bars, just all kinds of stupid crap. So Yamaha kind of took the back seat. So Polaris just came in and started dominating the market. And then they came out with the 800S, and then it just really kicked off from there. And then when they came out with that 900 XP, that's when I jumped into the Polaris market. And luckily I only rode that for about a year. Then I started turning it into a street machine, because at that time we kind of slowed down on the woods avenue. We kind of got burnt out on it because we'd done it for years, right? And like I said, a guy at a red light wanted that RZR worse than I did, and he had cash money, and he laid out the $100 bills on the hood, and it became his RZR. So I've not been riding since 2012, and so I thought I'd get this back to tinkering with it and get it back out there just to go tinker around the gravel roads or do whatever. But I have no need or desire to get back into the RZR world unless some guy wants to come up and buy this, and I'll go buy me an RZR to replace it. But to get back into hardcore riding, I don't see it happening. Yeah, I have the trailer over there to pull it. But yeah, I think that those days are over. But it just cracks me up. Everybody says, "Oh man, you got to get you an RZR," and dude, been there and done that, you know. So anyway, there's a story on that. So we got the back together. Now we got to tear the front end part and put new boots on that, and we're good to go. But I'll tell you what, Gorilla Axle is still a business, still alive and well, and doing phenomenal. So I love it, dude. So $300, I've got a complete refreshed set of axles. If I ever break one, I can just throw another axle in and keep right on wheeling. So happy trails, guys. We'll see you if we ever get back in the woods. We'll be sure to video the extravaganzas, carnage, whatever you want to call it. See ya.
Hey Tim.
Hey Tim.
This is Andrew.
This is Andrew.
You're supposed to say your name, honey.
And that's Terrell.
That's Carol.
And we're not playing around.
We not play around.
We're watching Life is Good.
Life is good.